guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana. Thanks again for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead, do so below if you so feel. Give it a big old like also if you like it, and why don't we get into it? Because you're all here for this review, so I don't feel like I should beat around the bush. I'm just gonna start talking about it. This is the Klairs All Day Airy Sunscreen. It is a reformulation. If you know anything about like Korean beauty or Korean sunscreens, Klairs, Dear Klairs, that's the brand. They had a very popular sunscreen. It was like, well, they had a few, but one of them was discontinued in 2020. That was kind of the whole like time of Purito discontinuing their Centella one. There were a few. Basically, they weren't up to the standard of like the SPF that was listed on there. So they discontinued quite a few. Obviously, they spent a few years working on it. This one is the reformulation. And yeah, you know, I can't say like, does it compare to the old Klairs one? I don't know, I never had that one, but I can just tell you about this one. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna apply it to my face like I always do. I always use the correct amount, which you're supposed to use 1/4 teaspoon for your face and neck. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna talk through kind of the claims and also what I think of it and, you know, the basics, right? So let's zoom in, let's put it on my face, and let's go. All right, like I said, I always use 1/4 teaspoon. This is my little handy dandy, very old teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm gonna be putting 1/4 of it in here. And I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat, it's very easy to get 1/4 teaspoon on your face with this sunscreen because it goes on very, very easily. So let's apply. Ta-da! I probably don't even need to speed that last portion up, but I'm going to. But it's a very, very easy application. No white cast whatsoever. Also, no scent. So let's zoom out. I'm gonna let it sit. I always try to let it sit for about 5 minutes just to give it kind of like the time to set down. Mineral, chemical, I always do that. That's just what I do. So I'll come back in 5 minutes and we'll go through all of the claims. Okay. So I wanted to kind of just go through the specs of this really quickly. There's not much to talk about. This is a pretty standard chemical sunscreen in the like Korean sunscreen vein, I guess. It's SPF 50 plus PA 4+, so the highest protection you can get. And it retails for around $21. You can find it on sale in some places. Like I found it on sale today at YesStyle. It was 17-ish, but it's kind of one of those things like if you just went to YesStyle and you live in the US or probably Europe and you bought it just for this, you'd probably have to pay like a few bucks, if not more, for shipping. So kind of evens out. Shipping also from YesStyle and Stylevana can take a few weeks if you don't get the express shipping. So it's something to consider. But you're gonna pay about $20 here or there. You can buy it on eBay, YesStyle, Stylevana, WishTrend. There are lots of places. It's a pretty standard size. This is 50 milliliters or 1.7 fluid ounces. I just forgot that all of a sudden, even though I say it all the time. And there is no white cast. I mean, this is gonna be on anyone. It's not just on my skin tone. This is a true chemical sunscreen, so it really does leave it pretty invisible on the skin. And it also has no scent, which I really like to see. As far as filters, it is in the US, we can't get these filters in US sunscreens, but in the rest of the world, they've been available for like 10 years, so they're not really that new. But this one has Uvinol A+, Uvinol T150, and Tinosorb S. So very standard, but like really good new chemical filters. But I did want to say that it has never given me an eye sting. I don't read a lot of reviews. I don't like watch a lot of reviews on the products that I haven't reviewed yet because I like to form my own opinion. But I did stumble upon one review by like a random blogger, and she said she hated it. Like it didn't sting her eyes, but it left them sticky. Like she said she could only imagine people with very dry skin wearing it. I'm gonna get into my thoughts in a second, but I have not experienced eye stinging or like weird like tackiness on my eyes, so I just wanted to kind of like clarify for that. Not that you've necessarily seen her review. But I did want to tell you what it says on the Dear Klairs website, because I always like to kind of go to the source and kind of see what they say and then see if I agree with what they say. A fresh daily sunscreen with no sticky residue. That's the first thing. No white cast, true. And can be used as a last step as skincare or before applying makeup. Also true. Primary skin irritation test for sensitive skin completed. Eye irritation test completed. Cruelty-free, vegan-friendly, UV effect and complexio eyes. I don't know what that means, but okay. So as far as kind of like my thoughts on it, now I have pretty normal balanced skin for the most part. My skin is very dependent on the weather. So if it's hot and humid, my skin is oilier. If it's dry, I can have dry patches, but I use a lot of moisturizer and a lot of sunscreen to kind of combat that. So I would say for the most part in the year or during the year, I have pretty normal skin. I haven't said it in this video, but I do live in a hot, humid climate, and it's like the middle of summer right now when I'm filming this. And so it is gonna be hot out. If I'm gonna be inside in air conditioning, I can wear a more dewy sunscreen, but if I'm gonna be out doing anything, I need something that kind of sets down and doesn't give me too much like glow or like me looking like a sweat ball. So this one is actually one that I would wear year round. I mean, I might not wear it in the winter. I don't think it's gonna give me the like amount of dewiness and like moisture that I really like, because I do like to have a very dewy, glowy face. I wouldn't go to this one for kind of like added moisture, but I would go to this if I just want something that's easy. Like I can literally throw it on and walk out the door. It has a little bit of a tack, and so like it doesn't set in like some of the Korean sunscreens or non-Korean where they have quite a bit more alcohol in them and you can smell it, but it also makes it like soak in, like it's not on your face. This one has a little bit of moisture, so if you do have more oily skin, you might not need any moisturizer or any like serum or anything on underneath. If you have drier skin, it's kind of going to depend on what your skin likes, what time of the year it is, all those factors. But for me, in the summer, I could wear this without really like having to put a lot of moisturizer on. I can wear it under makeup, no problem. Like this is a beautiful thing to layer upon. I can also wear it on its own. I will kind of have this look though, like, can you see, like, I'm a little glowy, but I don't mind that. Like, it doesn't bother me. Now, I should do like a hair test in all videos. I don't think my hair, yeah, I guess it sticks to it a little, but it's not one of those ones where like I feel like everything is gonna stick to me, like I'm like a fly trap. So, I think the name is pretty accurate, that it's like an all day, everyday sunscreen. Do I think it's worth $20? Then you should rush out and get it? No, but I don't think it's not. Like, it's very hard because there are a lot of Korean sunscreens out there that are pretty reasonably priced. And so $20 it's not expensive, but it's on the like mid-range for Korean brands. And I actually am going to be doing a big review. I have a big haul that I just did. I didn't mean to, it just happened, of new to me sunscreens. And I think there are some there that are gonna give you maybe a little bit more of a dry down and are a little cheaper. So I think this is a stellar option. I just don't know if it's like worth you dropping everything to go run out and buy it. But I will talk about that kind of premise of like consumerism and buying in a video I'm filming today. But overall, I think it's a great sunscreen. And I think if you really have like a strong attachment to Dear Klairs, you could go ahead and buy it. If you can find it, maybe like if this was more readily available in the US, like on Amazon, I would say, yeah, definitely pick it up. But if you have to wait 2 weeks to get it, I don't know. It's just, I think there are some factors to it. But yeah, I feel like I've said all I need to say. Great sunscreen. Do I want to drop everything and repurchase it right now? No. But would I recommend it? Sure, absolutely. Especially like to maybe more dry skin versus oily. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know. Drop me a comment if you are excited for the Korean sunscreen video coming up. I know that's kind of a big draw these days, and I totally get it because I'm tired of spending $60 on sunscreen. So drop a comment if you're excited, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.